I am creating a Black business Bible. I don't care what state you are in.
Asian boycott thing. Are y'all serious?
Oh, so y'all still don't understand. 2 cups of flour, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, and warm water. That's the traditional way. I add a little chicken bouillon in mine because I like flavor in what it is that I'm eating. I don't know about y'all. See, this is how back in the day y'all had to learn how to make chicken from Black people. I said back in the day, I had to learn how to make chicken from Black people. So I don't understand why y'all think we need the cuisine, or you making something way beyond difficulty that we can't make. Right now, I just showed you how to make egg roll and wonton wrappers from scratch, and you can fill it with whatever you want.
But all I want to say is, it's your prerogative to do what you want to do. You know, me personally, I would judge people individually, but I understand the movement and what's going on. I want to make this short. What I want to say is, let's make this a teacher moment for all Black businesses, because in the event you start getting more business because of these boycotts, please step your game up.
Banks wouldn't lend to Black entrepreneurs in their own communities. Korean immigrants had access to community lending networks called KAI, so capital flowed one way while resentment built another.
Meet Ariana. She does press-on nails in the Black community. Ain't never had no bad experience with her. She's one of the sweetest people that I know. So the fact that you, as somebody who's Black...
We could sit here and talk about the Mexicans all day. We could say, oh, they're coming over here in alarming numbers and they're taking over everything. And man, listen, let me tell you something, Black people. They doing what we supposed to be doing. No, this is facts. Their unity is unmatched.
Because I am making a list, basically, trying to create a Black business Bible.
The Black Business Bible. I mean, let's talk about it. Now, with the ongoing wealth transfer, what others call a boycott of Asian-owned businesses, many Black Americans are putting in serious effort to keep, Black dollars circulating within their community, Black community. I mean, some are going from shop to shop, letting people know about the movement and pointing them toward Black-owned alternatives. But now, that's not all. Others are building directories, sharing businesses online, and encouraging communities to support one another within, Black community. And one of the biggest ideas to emerge is this Black Business Bible. I mean, a growing list of Black-owned businesses designed to make it easier for, Black people to buy from Black-owned, products, Black-owned, businesses. So what exactly is this Bible? What exactly is this, thing? What exactly? Why are so many people excited about it? Well, let's dive into this. And as the video continues, we will also hear, other people who are contributing their ideas and efforts to help this movement stronger and long lasting. If this is your first time, please subscribe to the channel for more of this discussion. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Black Business Bible.
Listen, I need to holler at you all really fast. So I keep getting comments saying, oh, they're still shopping in the beauty supply stores. They're still going to the nail salons. 100% compliance is not needed in order for an economic impact to be felt. If you are a small business owner, if you lose 20% of your customer base consistently, that economic impact will be felt. I appreciate everybody with the boots on the ground, going into the salons, going into the stores and showing us that there are people still there. What I want you to do, though, is arm yourself with something that can assist them. What I have done is asked you guys to consistently post where your businesses are, where they're located, what you do, because I am making a list, basically, trying to create a Black business Bible. But what I have done in the short in my community is that if I see people and they are shopping in one of the stores that I'm coming out of, I have a little slip of paper that I have created, and it has Black businesses locally, Black-owned businesses locally. I have it also in my phone. So I can literally say, hey, what's your number? I'll text it to you. And it's going to be a list of nail salons, beauty supply stores, other Black-owned businesses that are in the area that they can shop at. It's one thing to go in there and say, hey, you're not supposed to be in here. We're trying to make this thing work. We're trying to create this transfer of wealth, but you have to also have information to give them. So when you go in there and you see that our brothers and sisters are still in there, say, hey, I just want to let you know that there's a Black-owned beauty supply store on such and such and such and such, or there's a Black-owned nail salon on such and such. We can't just walk in there with this accusatory attitude. We have to come in with love and information as well. So continue to do what you're doing, because it is being felt. It is, 2-3 weeks later, and this momentum is still going. So I want you all to continue going. I also want you all to continue to list your businesses under any post that I make. Like I said, I am creating a Black Business Bible. I don't care what state you are in. I don't care where you are. Please do that so I can have as many businesses as I can. Promote yourself. Get this money out here.
I know a lot of people talking about this Asian boycott thing. And first of all, I want to say, rest in peace to Cyrus Belton, and condolences to his family. I'm not going to get too much into this because it's a really touchy subject. It's really deep, got a lot of layers to it. But all I want to say is, it's your prerogative to do what you want to do. Me personally, I would judge people individually, but I understand the movement and what's going on. I want to make this short. What I want to say is, let's make this a teaching moment for all Black businesses, because in the event you start getting more business because of these boycotts, please step your game up. Be more professional, have better customer service, get your inventory together, get this money, let's get this bag. But make sure y'all got y'all shit together. Please. Stop the nigga shit. No more, we don't got no more fries. No more, we out of barbecue sauce. No more, we opening up at 10:45 instead of 10 a.m. Let's get our shit together as Black businesses so we can conduct Black business the right way and get more bread. Can we do that?
You walk into these Asian restaurants, these Asian beauty supplies, these Asian nail shops, they treat you like crap. And yeah, you go find another one, right? You go to a different one, don't you? Why is it that every single time we try to mobilize the Black community, like right now I'm talking about getting the Black nail techs together, y'all want to start dropping examples of how you had a bad experience with somebody? Then go find somebody else. Meet Jordan. I ain't never had no bad experience with her. She's been doing my nails for almost a year. Meet Ariana. She does press-on nails in the Black community. Ain't never had no bad experience with her. She's one of the sweetest people that I know. So the fact that you, as somebody who's Black, can't just say, let me go find somebody else, instead of cursing the very people and creating a narrative that makes us stop working with each other in the first place, is crazy. You treat a Black business just like you would any other business. You give them a bad review and you go find another one. Keep it a buck. The only reason why I would create this long policy is because that's the experience that I'm having as a business owner. And so I put a policy in place to protect myself.
There are more Chinese restaurants in Black neighborhoods than almost anywhere else in America. So much so that Chinese food becomes an integral part of the Black experience growing up. In New York, the chicken wing and pork fried rice $5 plate was the after-school special. But I genuinely never stopped to ask why that is. I just thought Chinese people found the niche and exploited it, but there's a whole history here. At a high level, being Black and a millennial, I have some understanding of the issues and how the U.S. government pitted Asians against the Black community, but I'm still too young to understand the tension between Korean and Black neighborhoods during the LA riots. Why Chinese food, Korean beauty supply stores, and liquor stores are all pervasive and in every single Black neighborhood across America. But like with most things, it all comes down to anti-Blackness and the intentional oppression of Black Americans and using other marginalized groups to do so. America, right?
They just don't help the community, and for us guys to eat their food, we should get some type of feedback, and we don't.
They don't help out and do anything. I mean, they can be right here for 25 years. You can tell them we having a fundraiser right here in front of the stores. Most people probably tell you, like, don't get from in front, get from in front. But you don't want nobody in front of your joint. You don't want to donate nothing, but you can't get them out of here. It seems like they popping up like motherfucking weed shops, liquor stores.
In 1882, Congress passed the Chinese Exclusion Act. Basically, a "you are not welcome here" signed into law. Nearly every Chinese immigrant was banned from entering the United States. The only exceptions were diplomats, students, and merchants. So Chinese immigrants got creative. If owning a business is the ticket in, then everybody's opening a business. And restaurants were low cost to start. No professional license that could be denied on racial grounds, yet written into law. Just food and hustle. They found a loophole which fueled survival inside a system designed to keep them out. Now, let's fast forward a few decades. Redlining is in full effect. The federal government is literally drawing maps of black neighborhoods and making them too risky for investment. White businesses are leaving, banks aren't lending, and Chinese restaurant owners, who are also being locked out of white neighborhoods by housing discrimination, are moving into the same spaces black families are being contained in. Two communities, both excluded by the same system, ending up in the same zip codes, but with vastly different realities and relationships with the country and the government. By 1966, the civil rights movement is at its peak. Black Americans are demanding systemic change, and suddenly magazines start publishing stories of how Asian Americans are thriving, hardworking, successful, ergo, the model minority. And the subtext was loud and clear. If they can do it, what's your excuse? They weaponized Asian success that was fueled by active oppression of black people as a tool manufactured to reframe 400 years of deliberate economic exclusion as black cultural failure. It also worked to pressure Asian Americans into distancing themselves from black civil rights struggles to protect their own status. Divide and redirect. The thing about the model minority myth is it flattened the entire Asian American experience. It ignored poor Asian communities, refugee communities, undocumented workers. It picked the most palatable version of Asian success and used it as a kugel against black people. Sounds familiar, right? While that narrative was being pushed, Korean-owned beauty supply stores and liquor stores were becoming fixtures in black neighborhoods for the same structural reasons. Banks wouldn't lend to black entrepreneurs in their own communities. Korean immigrants had access to community lending networks called KAI, so capital flowed one way while resentment built another. Black dollars leaving black neighborhoods, frustration getting aimed sideways at other minorities instead of upward at the system that engineered all of it. And this was all by design. The Chinese Exclusion Act, redlining, the model minority myth, three separate tactics by the government with the same goal: keep black wealth suppressed, use everyone else as an unwitted instrument to do it. We see the remnants of this today, where we have some Asians that are still buying into the model minority with or buying into white proximity to whiteness. But at the end of the day, we're all a part of the same system being used to oppress each other, with black people always being on the bottom of the chopping block in America and for the American government. So the next time you're in a black neighborhood ordering a shrimp fried rice from that spot that's been there for 40 years, just know the menu has a whole history attached to it, and one that we all should know. Stay black, stay blessed.
What it do, y'all? No. Come here. Don't scroll. I got some real shit for you right now. Listen, we could sit here and talk about the Mexicans all day. We could say, oh, they coming over here in alarming numbers and they're taking over everything. And man, listen, let me tell you something, black people. They doing what we supposed to be doing. No, this is facts. Their unity is unmatched. And I always respect that about them, man. I'm talking like ever since I have known anything about Mexicans and the Hispanic community at all. When they coming over here, man, they coming over this motherfucker deep. It'd be like damn near 20, 15 some family members in the crib. That's true. They really move like that. And everybody in there got a job. And everybody in there stacking bread. Everybody in there helping each other. Now look at this. Now everywhere you look, you're going to see some type of Mexican business. They popping up anywhere, in parks, on sidewalks, everywhere. They got them a business going. That's how we, my people, my black people, that's how we supposed to be, man. Y'all see that unity? No, this is real shit. You go see anything Mexican stores, whatever, they buy Mexican, they spend Mexican. Hey, listen, I'm speaking facts, man. I'm not speaking hate. I respect that about them. I always respect that about them. You know what I'm saying? Do they look down on us, my people? Some, yeah. I mean, some of them do. But I ran into some good ones. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, they do. But at the same time, it's like, bro, we've been over here way longer than them. Our people have died and was put in prison and mutilated, all that for these rights that they benefiting from. I'm not sitting here preaching racism. I'm saying, but you see how they benefiting from our shit. We could sit here all day. Hey, the man holding us back and this and that, bro. Listen, let me tell you something. The man can't hold us back, man. The man, let me tell you something. They only can hold back. They only can hold back progress that allowed them to hold them back. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta take notes from the Hispanic notebooks, y'all. I'm talking about, man, listen. I can't go nowhere without seeing them. They took over all the jobs and they producing their own businesses. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. You can talk shit all you want to about little Hector and that little motherfucker goddamn it taco truck or whatever. But little Hector making some business. But come back and check on little Hector a couple years now. Little Hector gonna have him a whole store. And guess who he gonna have working in that restaurant? He gonna have his family working that restaurant, teaching them the business. And guess what he gonna be doing? Sending money back down to Mexico so he could get little Javier and all them up here. You know what I'm saying? No, this is facts. Black people, we have to take the notes. We have to take notes from their books. Ain't nothing wrong with you know what I'm saying, following another person's formula. It works for them. It works to the point so much that the government is mad at their ass. That other motherfuckers is mad at their ass. Only reason individuals is mad at the Hispanics is, bro, because we see them doing what we supposed to be doing. This is facts. Get y'all ass up and get y'all ass off y'all motherfucking ass, man. Get off y'all ass. There's no excuses, man. Come on. You see little Hector, you see little Sanchez and all them. There is no motherfucking excuses. Use that shit for motivation. You can't hate that. Let it motivate.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Now, let's talk about this. But before we wrap everything up, let's go back to the idea of this Black Business Bible. Because I think this is one of the biggest takeaways from everything we have watched in this video. Like, think about it for a second. I think, in as far as I paid much attention to it, this isn't just about, it's not just about, creating a long list of businesses. I think it's about, creating a network, a strong, a powerful network in within Black community. For example, if I own a Black barbershop and somebody comes to get a haircut, maybe tomorrow that same person needs a mechanic, maybe they need a nail technician, maybe they need a grocery store, maybe they need a contractor. So instead of sending that guy, that Black person, instead of sending them anywhere outside the Black community, I think the idea is to recommend that person to another Black owned business. Then that business recommends another one, and another one recommends to another Black business, just like that. So it's like it creates a chain where information keeps moving, customers keep moving, and supporters believe together within Black community. More spending stays within Black owned businesses. So I think that's why I'm calling it, I think it's beyond a long list. It's about a network. It's a network. Now, according to many people supporting this movement, that's exactly what makes this Black Business Bible a different from just a list of Black businesses. But it's not just a directory. No, it's a tool that helps people discover businesses they may never have known existed. I mean, just look at that. Okay, sometimes you can go to Asians, you can go to white businesses because you don't know where you can get that service within your own community. So this thing helps that. So I think that's so important because you see, many people often say they want to support Black owned businesses, but they simply don't know where to get them, where to find them. So having one place where businesses can be listed, shared, and recommended, it removes that excuse. Like, you have no excuse to say you go outside your own community. Now, you have nothing to do than supporting your own because you know where to get what. Now, the second thing that also stands out in this video to me is that the idea, this idea isn't only about today. Supporters see it as something that could have a lasting impact. Every time another business is added, every time another customer shares that information, the directory becomes more viable. It expands. So instead of starting from zero every single time, future customers already have a growing list of places they can visit. They can get what service, they can get what product within their own community. And supporters will hope that, that kind of network can continue helping Black-owned businesses, Black entrepreneurs long, to stay long in the business after today's movement fades from the headlines. But yeah, that's according to some of the comments, and I really support that. Now, let's talk about another point that really, caught my attention. Don't forget to also share what point also caught your attention. But yeah, let's get to what caught my attention. Another thing, one woman made an argument that I think deserves, some, attention. we really need to pay attention to it. She basically said, you see, people have always been willing to try different businesses until they find like the one they love. If someone has a bad experience at a certain restaurant, they don't usually stop eating that type of food for forever. No, they don't hate the food itself. Okay, they may just hate that restaurant. Okay, they simply go to another restaurant. Now she argues that the same mindset should apply when supporting black-owned businesses. For example, if one business gives poor customer service within your black community, right, or doesn't meet your expectations, that doesn't automatically mean every black-owned business is the same. I hope you get what I mean. Because she was giving an example that before this movement, people could go to a certain Asian shop and find their services are poor or they are not so welcoming. People could leave that, and go to yet another Asian shop. They were not leaving the Asians. They could just go to another Asian business. So this mindset should be within this black community, because we know no matter how skillful you are, no matter how professional you are in your own business, you can never satisfy every customer. Why? Every customer has his own needs. Every customer has her own expectations. So there is no way a business can serve everybody equally. So it's just a matter of the same place you love that these Asians were doing my nails well. Other black people going there, they could say no, they don't do it well. So it's the same even with black people. It's that I can go to a black person and have a bad experience, or maybe their prices, all those things, but that shouldn't make me hate black people businesses forever. I hope that's the idea. So leave your review, okay? Just leave your review at that shop. You tell them, okay, please, I love this, but please, I don't like, this kind of, I don't like your pricing. I don't like, it's just a matter of like, it's just like that, the business owners are also people. They're also people. So just leave your review. I don't like this. They will improve at that. So, spend your money where you feel you are respected, your needs are met within your black community. But don't give up on the entire community because of, one bad experience. Instead, look for another black-owned business that, better fits your needs. Just like that. And another speaker also made a powerful point, and I like it. If black-owned businesses receive more customers, then the responsibility also becomes, greater. More professionalism is required, is needed, better customer service, better inventory, better organization, and more persistence, because remember that saying, to whom more is given, more responsibility is also required. So support has to be matched by quality, by quality service, quality products. Local customers are earned by providing excellent products and the excellent service. It's easy to have a new customer, but it's not easy to have that same customer come back, because coming back depends on their first experience. And another message throughout this video is that is the importance of learning from communities that have built strong businesses, towards themselves. One speaker points out to Hispanic communities as an example of, people working together, supporting family businesses, teaching the next generation, and encouraging entrepreneurship. He said that these people, yes, we say they come to America and they do all these things, they're taking everything, but the positive side this guy noted from these people is that they are doing what black people must do. Okay, they are doing what black people were supposed to be doing. So whether people agree with every comparison, with black community and other, like what this guy did, whether you agree or you don't agree, but the larger point is about observing successful habits and asking, what can we learn from them? Finally, this entire discussion comes back to one simple idea. Economic support isn't only about making one purchase. No, it's about creating relationships, sharing information, powerful information within the community, black community, helping businesses become easier to find, holding them, to high standards, to be more accountable in their businesses, and encouraging people to build something that, lasts forever. And whether you agree with every opinion shared in this video or you don't agree, but one thing I think is clear and we can all agree, many people involved in this movement are putting little effort into encouraging entrepreneurship within black community, promoting black owned businesses, helping more people discover where they can, spend their money. Okay. And that's exactly why, ideas like the Black Business Bible are generating so much attention, because supporters hope it can become more than just a list. They can hope it becomes a lasting community resource. So as of this woman who is making this Black Business Bible, make sure if you have a business, please make sure that business is included in this Bible. Okay, I don't know whether it's gonna have some chapters, because that's what we normally know about the Bible. But so I tried to find out like where the video where you can find the video, so you can easily talk to her. And that would be better. If you do that, please make sure all the businesses encourage them, share this video to them, so that their business should be included in that Bible. They should not be like, oh, why we are like outside the Bible. I think it's gonna have different versions, because businesses are going to be created every single day. Okay, so anyway, I don't know what your take is, but that's what I thought I can share with you today. Don't forget to share your views in the comment section, and if this is your first time, please subscribe for more of this.